Good morning. There is the sun just starting to come up over Mount Shasta. Woohoo! Beautiful. What a way to wake up. Good morning. It is day 119. I enjoyed yesterday. It was a big climb to start with. Climbed way up and went past this beautiful craggy mountain, just rocks jagging up. Really enjoyed it. And then climbed, and then started walking along the side of the hill, basically curving back around. So that beautiful mountain with the jagged rocks, I could see that for ages before finally heading over to the other side. And then it was along a high ridge. Once again, there's another neat rocky mountain with a little lake at the bottom. Some more lakes. Crossed over the high point and then slowly descending, but still on ridge lines, edge of the ridge lines, and more lakes. It was pretty cool. At one stage I had met another female solo hiker, Kaimimi from Korea, so nice to have that. Heaps of southbounders going towards me. And then I stopped at a campsite just after a spring, which is the first water for about 10 miles. Just after that, a few hundred metres, there's this beautiful campsite in the open, looking down over the valley and looking directly at Mount Shasta. So this morning when I woke up, I had the sun coming up just behind Mount Shasta, which is pretty cool. Had a pretty leisurely start this morning. There was a tiny bit of condensation on my tent, and that was the excuse I used to laze around and let it dry out a bit. So today is a whole lot more just walking on ridge lines, but a lot lower than I was. Out of the mountains and back into just hills now. But it looks like it'll be mainly in forest, so should be sheltered from the sun. So hopefully it'll be another good day. Yesterday I took my pace pretty easy. Didn't push it at all, just a natural pace. Had my right knee just played up very slightly first thing in the morning. Left knee was pretty good. It gave one twinge in the late afternoon, and that was it. And the right knee had gave no twinges, so hopefully they're coming right. Once again, no need to push the pace, and yesterday even having a really relaxed pace, taking lots of breaks, I still did 26 miles, 42 kilometres. So there is absolutely no need to rush if I can do that sort of mileage while taking it easy. Alright, this is a pretty little field. These are different. And then we've got these. Oh yeah. And more of these, but these are a lot smaller than the ones I've been seeing. Oh, here's another one. That one. Little dead white ones. And my old favourites. Hey! Ooh! Look at the funny colours on that one. Okay, there you go. Flowers for the day. Out in the open for a little bit on a little rocky part, which is nice. Though they're big tall trees, so I can't actually have a view out to my right. That's White Mountain. I camped on the other side of that. Just come out of the trees into this more open part and intersection, Toad Lake Trail. So hopefully I'll see the lake from along here. Going along the side of the hill, I think up to the saddle, and I cross over and then start swinging around that way. And there's Toad Lake. Oh, there's a little, see a building down there, probably a toilet. See some bright colours, maybe some people camping. Hey! In fact, I hear people yelling, so there's definitely people down there. Yeah, lovely. It's really muggy today. Muggy means humid. Yeah, there's these clouds, dark clouds up here and covering the sun. So, looks like rain clouds, but who knows. Anyway, that's beautiful. The mountain, the lake. Just had a guy pass me. That's a better view of it. Yeah, hard to see Shasta. There's Shasta. Strange seeing someone hiking in front of me. I mean, I'm sure he'll disappear into the distance soon. Let's come along here through the trail with the beautiful views of Frog Lake. Bullfrog Lake again. It's the first fully clear view. Curious chipmunk. Yeah. Hello, little chipmunk. I can smell the food. I'm having chocolate. I just got passed again. Another guy came past me while I was taking video of that chipmunk. The Americans looked at me strangely while I was videoing a chipmunk. But that's the first one that's actually been so close and not run away. Ooh, it's snow. Look at that, wow. Hey, all right. Very slippery snow. Put the camera away. The trail's still going around the side of the hill, but I suspect we jump over at that saddle there. Just had a first southbounder of the day, a girl. All by herself, which is nice to see. Section hiker. And another section hiker. So maybe the lady isn't solo. This is pretty along here. All the different types of flowers. And you can still see Mount Chester. And the trail's switching to the other side of the hill now. Here's a junction. Deadfall Lakes is the next destination. So the guy had pulled over at the last spring to get water. But I just stopped at the top there and have a bit of a stretch. So he's passed me and now taken off a bit more, which I prefer. I don't like having someone just behind me who I know is going to eventually catch up. I prefer to have the people out of sight so I'm not influenced by them trying to go faster. Yeah, still trying to just keep a nice easy pace. I was about to take a video of this beautiful looking thistle. I know thistles shouldn't be beautiful, but the colours. And then I noticed this, is that eggs of some sort of insect? Interesting. Back to the trees with the like it? No, moss. It's only in one direction. See, I'm learning for you guys that are commenting. If it's lichen, it's all the way around the tree. If it's moss, it's just on one side. Just met and talked to ADD. He is a section hiker, tackling a few hundred miles at a time. Lovely guy. It's a nice little chat, and another through hiker came past heading north. So wow, busy trail today. Continuing along, there's a little lake down there, and then the trail goes on this hill, curving right back around the valley. It's the theme for today. It's just generally curving back, heading, not making much northern progress on this stage. There's the lake. These are the Deadfall Lakes. There's this one, and then around the corner is the second one. Turning for Deadfall Lakes Trail, that way for Mount Eddie, and I'm going straight ahead to Parks Creek Road. Lots of little streams coming down the hillside. The flowers around this one. Another southbounder, and also a local. She's taking her dog for a walk. Beautiful dog. It's a younger lab, but it's got the colouring of a Weimaraner, that silvery colour, the same colour eyes, but it's definitely a lab. It's beautiful. Yeah, she's a local. She'd love to do the trail, but her husband will not support her taking that much time off, and he's not a hiker. And then there's another northbounder guy. Just as I left, he turned up, so he's about to pass me. Busy day on trail. And two more local ladies just off for a day walk up the hill, chattering away as they came up. There's a big family went past. There's probably about 7 of them. Now I've just had another 3 go past. All these day hikers, I'm guessing they're all going into the lake. I don't know, maybe it's a holiday. I asked one of them, was it holiday, and he just said it's Friday. So I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, so many people. And another 3, but they look like they were going to do an overnight. Massive packs, but definitely didn't look like section hikers. And 2 more. Wow! I'm glad I went to the toilet in the little quiet patch between people. They look like section hikers. Look like a bit more experienced hikers. The Parks trailhead, and that explains why there's been so many people. Wow, it's amazing. Just stopped, had a very quick break. Now back to it. Bull Lake and Highway 3. Won't get to Highway 3 today. Might get to Bull Lake. One of the ladies I talked to said we're very lucky to not have the smoke, because last year they had 2 months solid of smoke from man-made fires. So, whew, fingers crossed. Definitely the long way around there, and all the way out that way, and then around this hill. And this morning I was on the ridge lines just over there. It's all part of the miles. This is pretty along here. It's open enough that there's wildflowers all the way along. It's cool. So I'm just going to walk another probably 30 minutes through this pretty little section, and then I'll be having lunch. Oh, it's gorgeous. Just had my lunch next to a little stream looking out at Mount Shasta. Really easy to get nice views around here to take my breaks. For the lunch, I'm just snacking at the moment. Little bits and pieces of different things, so I'm quite enjoying it actually. Yeah, I just got so sick of tortilla. It doesn't matter what I have the tortilla with, yeah, enough of tortilla for lunches. Alright, so the afternoon, it's mainly on the side of hills. Continuing down this valley and going through a rocky bit, and eventually going just above Bull Lake. Look at that. Oh, that's the first little fawn I've seen. Oh, it's so cute. Look at the spots on it. A deer was just running down the track, and every now and again a turn. As soon as she turned, I'd freeze. And I don't know, I thought the eyesight was better than that, or she just wasn't assessing I was a threat. And stayed on the trail for ages before it was actually the fawn that dropped off the trail. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's a cute little fawn. I didn't realise their spots were quite so spotty. This is an interesting area, into an area of quite reddish rock. Big rock slide at some stage. That's where I've come from. The amount of work that's gone into creating a path across these rocks, they've actually put a layer underneath. So flattened out as much as they could with rocks, put a layer of material underneath and then the dirt on top to make a nice wide path instead of clambering over those rocks. And in Norway there is not a lot of just clambering over rocks like this, and a couple of sections in New Zealand as well, but I do appreciate the effort that's been made so I don't have to scramble across rocks. It's pure luxury. Still Mount Shasta, can't seem to get away from it. Lake down there. I think I'm going over the saddle here, just ahead, not via the cliff. Mount Shasta, still poking up, cute little lake. I have walked after the car park. I came around, I have walked all the way along this hill, around and around and around and then coming down here as well. These crickets make the weirdest noise when they're disturbed. I think my pack's small. Look at the size of that. That's Bull Lake. I started, so had a guy pass me when I stopped to take some video. He's a guy that passed me early this morning. I passed him when he stopped to fill up with water. He passed me when I stretched. I caught up to him at lunch, but I stopped for lunch. They continued on. He pulled off the side of the trail to take care of some business. Then he caught me and started to take off, and then we hit the hill and we hit the rough stuff, and Also at the, not far into this hill, this guy in front of me, he also caught up and really took off. Stretched out the distance, but once again, the gradient steepened, and the trail got rougher, and I slowly caught up and passed the first one, and now catching up to the second. Beautiful panorama, and now heading along the sides of that hill. Woohoo! And it's Kimimi again! Alright. Little lake down there. That's Kimimi back in front of me. She passed me when I was filtering some water, as with the orange shirt guy. Oh, heading towards Kangaroo Lake. Over the saddle. I can see the trail in the far distance there, so I imagine we're going to be going around and slowly down and then across, with the lake down there somewhere. Today's one of those leapfrog days, so I've just passed the orange shirt guy. She stopped for a break. Just passed Kimimi. She stopped for a break. I'm pretty sure the other guy is going to pass me shortly. Nice to have a short section of shade. Starting to heat up, but I have been quite lucky in that there are a few clouds about, and every now and again they cover up the sun just to give a reprieve from the heat. But it's been mainly out in the open, and I'm about to leave this nice little patch and it'll be back to open again. I'm on that open bit I pointed out from the other hill. I can actually see a trail going around there as well, so we might be heading down that way down the valley. I was up there when I showed you this video and showed the trail going along this hill. I come around that corner, along the side of the hill, around the hill, continue down. Deja vu! Just the hill looks slightly different. I hear cowbells. Brings me back to being in Norway. I wasn't expecting to hear that noise here in the US. Alright, that's weird. I can't hear them anymore. I can't see anything. Did I just imagine that noise? Seems a weird noise for me to be imagining. Mind you, it seems a weird noise for me to be hearing as well. It was funny in Norway. Once we got further south, south of the Arctic Circle, started to get a little bit more population, and it seemed like if it had 4 legs and didn't bark or meow, it had a bell on it. So it was quite noisy going past the farms, or the constant jangle of the cow bells, horse bells, sheep bells, goat bells, just about anything bells. And again, in and around and out. This one's got forest on it, so it is a different hill from the last one. Just saw a little short, about 30 centimetre long snake. It looked like the racist snake, but the stripes were a bit bigger, and it was a bit jet black, bright yellow stripes. Well and truly gone. So I'm guessing a version of a racist snake. It's just laying on the trail once again. Thankfully I saw this one step out, so I was able to stop. And it was fast, like the racist snakes. Wow, it smells divine. All these beautiful flowers have got really strong smells. Oh, look at them all. Beautiful. And there's some of the orange ones as well. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. This is by a little trickling stream. Grouse Creek Trail. Oop, I've just come from Masterton. No, that trail looks overgrown. Alright, Highway 3. Here I come. I just filled up with water, a little stream there, and was talking to the guy I've been calling the fast guy. His name was, is it Seth Rogen? Seth something, who apparently is an actor who does comedies. Yeah, sorry, don't know. Yeah, so I had a chat with him. So he's doing some pretty big distances each day. Most of the guys seem to be doing at least 30-mile days. Yeah, he was up around nearly 40 miles some of those days. So yeah, I'm more than happy with the distances I am doing. I have no desire to be doing 30 plus days. I'm not sure my body would be able to handle it. I'd probably be able to do one, but not continuously. Right, so I am just going to walk for another 40 minutes or so, and there's no campsites listed on Gut Hooks, but there was a spur that the contours flattened out a little bit going over top of the spur. So I will try that. That's in a couple of miles, so 3.2k. If that doesn't work, that's really the only option. It means I'd have another 2 miles to go to get down to the road, and that would be a very long day. I just did the distance reveal, 17:30, and I'm at 26. Yeah, 26 miles already. So if I can camp where I want to be, that'll be a 28-mile day, which will be the longest. Whew. Definitely wasn't pushing it at all today. I started to get a little bit tired just before filling up with water, but that was a nice break. So feeling good again. But also it seems I've mentioned the standard questions at the different stages of the trail. There's not so much have you been through the Sierras now for those of us going north, because most people now around this time have gone through, especially these young guys. But the last 4 conversations with the young guys I've had, they've all managed to slip in their daily distances, and they usually give a range of about 4 days, just showing how many kilometres per day they're doing. That's how I know how much some of these guys are doing, because they're very upfront in telling me. Quite a few are going to be doing the Oregon 2-week challenge, where they try and get through Oregon in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's a challenge I won't be doing. It'll take me a bit longer than 2 weeks, and I don't want to rush it because I've been told it's beautiful.